As usual, the clip follows the review. 100 Million BC is a prime example of Asylum's unique brand of low-budget madness. If you've already given up on the brain-melting joys of their particular flavor of cinematic disaster, you might want to skip the rest of this review. But if you have a taste for clunky, bottom-of-the-barrel opportunism or find joy in laughing at a filmmaker's every misstep, then you might just be ready to dive into the Asylum experience. Watching an Asylum film is like devouring a box of Little Debbie treats. You know it's bad for you, but once you start, you can't stop, even if it means regretting your choices later. 100 Million BC follows Frank Reno, a grieving military scientist played by Michael Gross, aka Papa Keaton from the 80s sitcom Family Ties. Reno has invented a portable wormhole device that allows select military personnel to travel back in time and observe dinosaurs. After a World War II-era mishap stranded his brother Eric and a team of commando scientists in the Cretaceous period, Reno's life has been in a tailspin. But he's not one to quit easily. Fueled by a mix of failure and determination, he's out to rescue his brother and fix his equipment to revisit a time when badly rendered dinosaur animations ruled the land. Reno recruits a team of soldiers who barely stretch the bounds of believability to jump into the time stream and battle some giant lizards while avoiding any historical mishaps. The mission goes about as well as you'd expect. Most of the actors meet their demise before they get a chance to deliver any real dialogue, and Reno eventually finds his brother Eric, played by Christopher Atkins. Atkins, still sporting his long, flowing locks from his Blue Lagoon days, remains as breezy as ever. Unfortunately, the rescue team accidentally brings back a comically tiny T-Rex, and the job of dealing with this oversized toy in modern-day Southern California falls to Atkins and LT, Commander Ellis Dorn, played by Greg Evigan from My Two Dads and BJ and the Bear. If this synopsis seems baffling, you're right where you should be. There's so much to poke fun at in this film that picking a starting point can be overwhelming. This makes 100 Million BC a quintessential Asylum movie, both highly entertaining and nearly impossible to watch. The pacing is a disaster. Describing it as staccato would imply it has a rhythm. In truth, it's a disjointed collection of non-events and special effects that are laughably inept. Once the dinosaur is brought back to the present, the plot takes a nosedive into sheer nonsense. I dare anyone to make sense of the last 15 minutes without losing their grip on reality. The final act unfolds like a blooper reel stripped of humor or charm. The real highlight here is Christopher Atkins. His performance is a masterclass in over-the-top acting, rivaled only by Deborah Gibson's slot machine shenanigans in Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus. You can almost hear his acting coach begging him to hit his marks with exaggerated drama. Atkins' scenes are marked by grandiose poses and dramatic gazes, as if he's waiting for some divine intervention or a sequel to A Night in Heaven. By the time we hit the third act, the film's attempts to develop character relationships trample over its inherent goofiness. While many Asylum films quickly return to their ridiculous roots after a brief dip into character drama, 100 Million BC gets bogged down in its misguided attempts at depth. As entertainingly baffling as it is, the film also falls into the trap of being fairly dull, a serious offense for an Asylum feature. For those of us who love the absurdity of these films, they should always offer more than just a test of our patience. Even the sweetest Little Debbie treats can't make this one worth the effort. I can't believe I watched the whole thing. Roll the clip.
An elite military team.
Extraordinary mission. More dangerous than anything.
Sent on a daring mission. Backward in time. But they didn't return. Alone. Michael Gross, Greg Evigan, Christopher Atkins. 100 Million BC.
What is
it that what we're looking for?